Welcome to Pipe Viking. Today we're going to be reviewing McQueen pipes. McQueen Pipes is a small family-owned, family-ran pipe maker out of Ontario, Canada. So I really couldn't tell you when I first was exposed to McQueen pipes. I think I saw a video a couple years ago or a year or two ago and was curious, right? So I wrote them and said, hey, listen, I have a channel, I review pipes. Can you send me a pipe for me to try out and I'll review it? Well, they sent me 3. And that was just the beginning of my experience with them, and what a cool and really good group of folks run this shop. So first and foremost, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, right? Always have been, but I've been smoking pipes since I was in the Marine Corps and as a teenager. Okay, so whereas a lot of the younger generation that's now getting into pipe smoking, their first exposure was Lord of the Rings, whereas my first exposure was Bing Crosby. Theirs was Lord of the Rings. So we can thank the Lord of the Rings films for bringing a whole new generation of pipe smokers that may have been their first experience and then stayed. And then they moved on to other types of pipes. But then there's people like me who just really enjoy a Churchwarden pipe. Okay? So McQueen pipes, what they primarily make are Churchwarden pipes that are based on, if not inspired by, the Lord of the Rings, the Tolkien books, and the films, right? So, unlike some of the other products that you see on eBay and Amazon and other places that say Lord of the Rings pipes, Hobbit pipes, that I've put my hands on and looked at, they look like they're made out of 2x4s, right? There's nothing I would smoke. They are not made from quality woods, and they are not made well. They may look the part, and some of them even say not for smoking. These, on the other hand, are not that. These are quality, handmade tobacco pipes. Okay. Now there are some more expensive Lord of the Rings inspired pipes, like Vowan makes outstanding Churchwarden pipes that are based on Lord of the Rings, but they're very expensive, and they don't necessarily look the part. They're pretty pipes, they're beautiful pipes, they're works of art, right? But they're machine-made pipes, whereas these are handmade pipes, and they look it, and that's the point. They look like if there was a Shire, okay? If there was a Shire, this is what you would expect to come out of the Shire. Somebody whittled a pipe out of a piece of wood with a pocket knife, and this is what it looks like. And they look Shire made, if you will, right? So they are function first, fashion second, because I have no use for something that I can't smoke. And with these, they smoke every bit as good as some of my more expensive pipes. And I know that's a bold statement, but it's true. You've watched my videos. You've heard me run my mouth and talk about all these things. I have several Churchwardens in my collection. I have Nordings. I have Lorenzo. I have some Savinellis, but these smoke every bit as good. Now, one of the other things that McQueen does is they don't focus on briar, right? And there's a lot of people out there that think that only high quality tobacco pipes are made out of briar. Well, that's not true. Okay, so the earliest pipes, briar has not always been the number one wood for pipes. Briar actually came later. So what was used primarily before we had briar was cherry. Okay, cherry wood is very similar in smoking properties to briar. Briar is a prettier wood because it's a burl wood. It comes from a root ball. The heath plant has a root ball. It only grows in the Mediterranean, and its primary function is to absorb moisture. That's why it's so good. One of the reasons why it's so good at being used for making pipes is because it absorbs the moisture when you're smoking. However, the other reason is because it's aesthetically pleasing. It's a beautiful piece of wood. It's got a lot of burl, bird's eye, flame grain, yada, yada, yada. Whereas cherry is a tree. Ash is a tree. So there's no root ball. There's a root system, but no root ball to carve up and to make pretty pieces of wood. You're getting it from the branches and the trunk. It's a tree. So one thing McQueen does is they make a lot of their pipes out of non-briar wood, right? So there's like, this one is cherry, this one's ash, this one's briar. Now, I can tell you that between the three, you won't tell a difference. I can't tell a difference. And me and my son smoked these, and we've had them for about 8 or 9 months, and we have really, really smoked them quite a bit. I mean, we have smoked these a lot. And it's because McQueen was an unknown. Before I reviewed this pipe for you and recommended it to you, my viewers, I wanted to make sure that we did a very long-term trial, which we have, and they don't disappoint. I haven't had a burnout. This thing forms cake just like any other pipe would do. It smokes really cool. In fact, I think that these smoke cooler. My experience is, these things don't heat up as much as some of my more expensive briar pipes. Now, that may be because there's not a whole lot of finish on this. There's no waxes and polishes, and the grain is not as tight, so I think it breathes better. I don't know that. That's just my opinion. I think, but I can't remember any of these getting really hot. Whereas some of my really expensive briar pipes get so hot you can't hold them, and I don't puff away like a train. I smoke very slowly, but some of these get really hot. These don't. That's my experience. I haven't, and these are every bit as light, if not lighter, than some of my really nice, expensive briar pipes with very old briar. I've had nothing but good experience. Now, cons. We've heard about the pros. Aesthetically, they're what you would expect from a pipe that is supposed to be of the ilk of Lord of the Rings, right? It looks the part. Now, smoking wise, functionality, it functions just like any other tobacco pipe, right? It performs very well. Cons, it's a wooden stem, right? And they call themselves the wooden stem company because it's wood. It's one solid piece of wood. I don't see any sandwiches here. In any of these, they're one solid piece of wood, with the exception of the tip, the shank, which is stainless steel, and it marries up to the bowl perfectly. I mean, they do a really good job when they're making these. And there's some videos out there that McQueen has put out that shows them making the pipes, and they're all made by hand. They have some belt sanders and some drum sanders to kind of, when they're sanding out the shape, but for the most part, it's all by hand. Even the sanding, they have little, they're sanding it, this and that. So the cons are, it's a wooden stem. So if you don't like the tactile feeling of biting down on wood, then you're not going to like the wood stem. Personally, I like it. But then again, it's what I expect. It's what I expect in a wooden stem pipe. It's like the Lord of the Rings. It's like, you see Gandalf biting on that thing, and it's very true to that, right? The other thing is, a lot of the bowls on these things are not as deep as I would like them to be. I like when I fill up that bowl, I don't want to have to do anything to it other than tamp it down for a good 45 minutes. These, you don't get that. These are short bowls. The fantasy thing is what it is. I mean, if you want to pretend you're a wizard and smoke a pipe like a wizard, you can. Or you can just sit on the front porch in your Adidas tracksuit and smoke them and be just as happy. So they transcend modern times and the fantasy realm. But, customer service, we'll talk about that for a second. Customer service is outstanding. I know there's some people that I've read reviews, some people had problems, but you're talking to humans, right? I have not had any experience like that. I've had nothing but great experience with the staff there. I mean, this is a family-run company, right? It's not a big company where you have a call center. This is a family-run company. Understand that. But I've had nothing but really good experience with these folks. Been very professional, and their warranty, and I won't get into all that. I mean, go to their website. And look at their website. They have a really nice little website, and their warranty on these things is incredible. For a pipe that you smoke and that you put fire in, they really back them up. And they, if you smoke the pipe and you're having problems with it, send it back. They'll send you another one. It's exchange. You don't get your money back, but you exchange. If you haven't smoked it and there's something wrong with it, they'll exchange it or give you your money back. They'll make it right? So the warranty, and they really stand behind these pipes. So these are not some of the other ones you've seen online that look the part, but they don't function very well. So if the next section here, we're going to go do the hand modeling, where you can see up close some of the details of these pipes. I hope you enjoy it, and then we'll come back and finish up. All right, let's take a look at the pipes. So this first one is called the Halfling. It's an acorn-shaped piece of briar, and this is called the Halfling because it looks like a hobbit whittled this pipe with a pocket knife, which is the aesthetic and the look they were going for, and they accomplished it. It looks like what you'd expect to come out of the Shire, although it is a tobacco pipe first and foremost. Function over fashion. All these pipes are a little different in that the bowl is drilled with a hole from top to bottom instead of coming in from the side like modern pipes do. But it's really nice pipe. This one is called the Ranger for obvious reasons. If you're familiar with the films, this is a very true adaptation to Strider's pipe when he was in the Inn of the Prancing Pony when we were first introduced to Aragorn. And it's much smoother. It's a different shape. It's a lot shorter. This is probably my favorite one. It's a very cool smoking pipe, and it fits good in the hand, and it also comes with a little stand, different than this pipe, which is called the Mage. Now, I remember the movie. There was a hobbit that was smoking a pipe with this shape, but I don't remember who it is. Also, a big piece of briars. You can see here. You can actually see the grain on this one, but it's made to look like your thumb has kind of rubbed away the finish, and it looks like it's been used. It's a very long Churchwarden, not as long as the Wizard, which is modeled after Gandalf's pipe from the movies, but this still is a long stem that smokes very cool, and it's also nice, nice in the hand, nice shape. Little details mean a lot to me. This tamper is meant to look like an arrow that was broken and burned and picked up off the battlefield and repurposed as a tamper. And it's little stuff like that mean a lot to me. The stand is all handmade. Everything's handmade. They're using some belt sanders and stuff like that, but for the most part, they're handmade. They look rustic. They look the part, and I like them. Well, in conclusion, I really like their pipes. I really like McQueen's pipes. I like McQueen Pipes, the company. Anytime that you have a small family-run company that puts out products like this, I have no problem supporting. Just know what you're getting. Understand that these are handmade, rustic pipes. That's all they're intended to be, right? So know that. And if that's what you're looking for, like I was, they fit the bill perfectly, especially for the money. You get a lot for the money. A couple of things I didn't cover is they give you stuff like this little tool for cleaning the pipe, which, after you've smoked it for a while, you're going to need it. You get some Everclear in that little brush and clean this thing right out, and you'll never get a sour pipe. They send you these really long pipe cleaners. And a little multi-tool that I forgot to bring out here. So it's just the little things. It's a lot of little things with this company that add up to a lot. For you, my viewers, they've given a discount code. So be ready to write this down. It's not an easy one to remember. So it's M as in Mike, P as in Papa, R as in Romeo, E as in Echo, F as in Foxtrot, 07. So MPREF07, and that's the Pipe Viking discount code for McQueen Pipes. So go to their website, see what they got. They have a lot of other shapes besides these, right? They have one that was the one that Thorne Oakenshield smoked in the films. They got a lot of other stuff that I haven't covered here. I just have these 3 pipes, but they have a lot more. So go to their website, look at it, and then if you decide you want something, use the code and get a discount. All right. So thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.